with Jack, I mean, it's not surprising that he's made a jump from what he did last year to this year. But is there anything that you are seeing from him that maybe has kind of surprised you at all?
No, with him, it always just the football comes to him pretty easy. Even last year as a true freshman, I mean, it was a big learning curve every week, just because it was a first for everything with him. But this year, it's just been a easy recall. You know what we ran a couple weeks ago, we got that back up this week. Easy, sees it, feels it. He's got a good connection with the QBs, so it's been fun that way.
Is it any coincidence that a lot of his catches are for touchdowns?
No, I think when you get some of the coverage you get down there in that low red, when you get some lazy eyes from teams, you're able to pop that guy out. He's a bigger target. He's an athletic target. So it's been one of those where I think the Q's got some comfort in him because he is a big target. So I think it's just kind of happened naturally because of that.
How would you describe Jack? He kind of looks like a receiver in some ways, but he doesn't seem like he's a big tight end type. But
no,
how would you describe?
He's that true H tight end. You look at a wide tight end body. You see, JT, a little bit of Riley, Gabe Milborn. Jack, is kind of more that athletic breed. He reminds me a lot of like how Noah Tongia looked. Athletic enough in the run game that they can help you, and then you got to keep an eye on them in the pass game.
What is that connection like with a tight end and a quarterback? Is that something that a tight end, the position. Do you try to foster that at all?
I think so. I think you always do. That was one of our goals going into camp, is just always being those safety blankets for those guys. And I think it doesn't need to be like one of those relationships where, you're best friends off the field, I just think on the field, as long as you're detailed in what we're doing in our route game, like I think that's the trust that you build. It's not magic or rocket science. It's just being detailed in your route. And when you're detailed in your route, the Q knows exactly where you're going to be. Man, there's a lot of trust there.
In regards to Jermaine, he's only got 2 balls this year, but that's not really how you would measure his progress. How would you say he's played this year?
Like for him too, coming into this offense, he played in a similar style, but coming in this offense, there was a lot he had to learn, and he's done a beautiful job of it. The guy's a film nerd. He's up in my office every day after practice. Like he's going to be mad at me for being late right now. He consumes it. He loves it. He wants to be good. He wants to be better. He wants to help the team out, whichever way it is. Obviously it's been a lot more run game, but he loved to get involved in the pass game too, and we've always worked on getting him involved in that. So it's been an absolute pleasure having him around. His knowledge of the game, his hunger for the game has been fun.
You deal with they seem to be fullbacks, but they're not really Hodgins and whatnot.
Right.
Well, what's that been like to kind of coach him over the last couple of years and take a defensive lineman and turn him into somebody that's doing touchdown dances and things like that?
No, it's been fun. With Coletto, because he had some of the QB background, it was so natural and so easy. He'd come up and meet with me for 5 minutes. We'd go through what he had in this week, and it was boom out. With Hodge, just he didn't have any background in offense, so going through it with him, it's been a lot of fun. It reminds you can't skip steps when you're coaching these guys. Not that Hodge needs a lot of classroom work, because he's just such a smart kid. But some of the stuff, it isn't natural at first, and then when you see him progress at it, it's been really cool to see. And then when he scores that touchdown, the best part about that wasn't the touchdown dance per se, but just the teammates that were excited for him.
No, because it was pretty awful.
Yeah,
the dance.
yeah. I think he does the.
Do you have better?
No.
You didn't have one.
I try to keep behind the scenes.
We haven't talked to you for a while. Jake Overman's left, about a month ago. What kind of discussions did you have with him before he left in terms of what, I don't know why he left?
No, I think, our discussions, private. I love Jake Overman. I wish him nothing but the best. Not only is he a heck of a player, but he's a heck of a kid, heck of a person, heck of a man now. He's not a kid. And we just wish him the absolute best. I think what he's done here, what he did to help this program, the 4 years he was here was awesome. And we just wish him nothing but the best, wanted him to have success wherever it takes him.
Yeah.
This Stanford team's in a better place than they were 2 months ago.
Yeah.
What do you see when you're looking at their specifically on the defense?
Yeah, they're physical. They're a big, stout, physical group. Coach Aprils comes over from Wisconsin. And what Wisconsin did on defense the last 5-6 years, you can see him instilling it into the defense. And even prior to that, Stanford's always been a physical outfit on defense. I think they're doing a great job. Their outside backers are long, physical, want to get involved in the run game. And then they got 3 interior D linemen that are bigger guys. So I think it's an awesome challenge, and that's how we describe it to our players, to the offense. What an awesome challenge bringing these guys into Research Stadium and kind of mano a mano. Let's go.